Hello and welcome to another episode of Budget Freedom. My name is Jessica. This episode is going to be for personal budgeting and finances. I want to talk to you guys today about sinking funds and what they are, why we need them, how you use them, and just to show you really how I incorporate it into my budget on a monthly basis. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down so that you can see my page, see what I'm working on. Please go ahead and like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you can get notified when I let out new videos. And also go ahead and comment down below. I really want to hear from you guys, help you out with whatever problems that you might be having, and just share any knowledge that I might have to help you on your personal budgeting journey. Okay, let me go ahead and turn the camera down. Bye. Okay, so now you can go ahead and see my sinking funds page from my planner. I have it available in two different ways. So I have this option where you have 4 sinking funds on one page. And then I also have the option of having 2 sinking funds on a page. The difference will be if for the 2 sinking funds, this might be for larger sinking funds, things that are going to take a bit longer to save for. So you have more available rows to go ahead and fill in and save for that fund. The smaller ones are short-term goals. So things that you're going to be able to save for more quickly, that you don't need as many lines for, and it's easier to have them on one sheet so that you can very quickly come and see where you're at and how fast you're proceeding with your different sinking funds. Okay, so again, to talk about what sinking funds are. Sinking funds are different things that you're saving for that are for a pre-decided expense. Okay, that's why it's called a sinking fund, because you know that this money is going to be spent. You know what it's going to be spent on, how much it's going to be, how much you need, and that money is not savings, it's not going to emergency fund, it's not money that can be utilized in the future for anything else. It has a specific purpose, and that's why it's called a sinking fund, because when you save those monies, it's like putting it into a bucket, and that bucket is going to be given away. Okay. So I like to keep track of pretty much everything as a sinking fund that I need to save for. I've talked before in my other videos about your yearly bills that you need to save for. So I have that here as one of my sinking funds. If you don't know what the yearly bills are, go ahead and go back and check out that video. I don't want to spend a lot of time repeating myself here on that, but I save every month for my yearly bills so that I reach my goal at the end of the year and I'm able to pay all those bills that I need to pay. So today, I'll go ahead and here and fill this in, my yearly bills. I added another $124.65 to this balance. My savings as well. For September, I added, oh, I wrote that in the wrong column, $124.65. I'll use some whiteout on that later. I get nervous when I'm on the camera and I forget where I'm writing. And for my savings, I put another 100 in there this month. So that'll make this balance $462.64. Okay. My life insurance also for September, we put $104.35 in there. So my balance also becomes $104.35. I did all these payments yesterday and I saved this for you. Okay, so the medical insurance is $116.60. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and add up all my balances later. And this way, every month when I transfer this money to my savings bank account, so I keep all of this money in my savings bank account, I know that the total of all of these columns should equal the balance in my bank account. And I know that I have this breakdown for each of my sinking funds. So in my yearly savings account, I have so much, my savings account, so much, my life insurance, so much, and my medical bills, so much. You could have a separate bank account for each one of these sinking funds if you wanted to, especially if they were something much larger that you were saving for. So if you're saving to buy a house, for example, I would definitely use one of these larger sinking fund boxes, and I would write house, and I would have one bank account for that. If you're saving for a car, again, I would use another one of these larger sinking fund trackers, and I would have a separate bank account for that, because you don't want to mix something that you're saving for that's such a large amount with other funds. It's just too easy to get confused and to get mixed up. But these smaller things that you pay more on a regular basis, you can have them together. My savings, actually, I do want to create a separate bank account for that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I would recommend also having a separate savings account for your savings, and then just keeping all your sinking funds in one bank account. Or the other option is to have cash envelopes. So if you have small sinking funds like this and you prefer to keep them in cash envelopes, you can go ahead and print out your cash envelopes, give them names, and put that money in those envelopes every month as well. I do that with, like, when I save for clothing, I put that in a cash envelope. When I save for personal beauty expenses or outings for the kids, holidays, I'm trying to think some other things that we save for. Birthdays, I save in cash envelopes. Gifts, I save in cash envelopes. Yeah, I save for those kind of smaller amounts in cash envelopes, and then the things that I have to pay out of the bank account anyway, like my medical insurance, my life insurance, and my yearly bills. This stuff all gets debited from the bank account, so I don't really see the point in pulling it out, putting it in a cash envelope, then taking the cash, depositing it in the bank to pay it out of the bank. I'd rather just have it in a bank account so that as soon as the bill comes out, I can pay it and be done with it. But that's how I keep track of my savings account in a nice, neat format, so at any point in time I can come and check and see, how far I am. I'm also saving here for my business funds. I'm trying to save. This is another sinking fund that I have. I have a sinking fund idea. I would like to do some house upgrades, and I have my house upgrade, and I have my goal. Also, I want to get a new railing for the patio. Well, actually a railing. There is no railing right now. Also, I know the cost of that, so that's a separate sinking fund. I was saving to make a huge mortgage payment of $5,500. We are almost there. I'll add up these columns later. But we did do this one yesterday and that one. So we have one more to go, and then we're going to hit our goal, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer that total amount to my small mortgage and get that amount down and hit it with a nice big snowball. So even things like this, if you're saving a large amount to go and negotiate a big drop on your loan accounts, you can also use that as a sinking fund. The reason that I'm saving this and not paying it every month into my mortgage is because the way my mortgage company works is when I go to them with a large amount like this, they actually negotiate interest discount for us based on the amount that we pay. So I'm going to take that to them. It won't be in cash. I'll tell them the amount, we will negotiate a deal, and then they will give me the banking details. I'll transfer the amount, and I'll get a discounted interest rate for the rest of my loan, which is a huge savings. I will do a video on that when I know what the figure is, and I can come back and show you guys how much we actually saved by transferring that total amount. And it just, for us, like I say, with my specific mortgage company, it works a lot better. I'm going to get a much bigger drop on my interest when I put this amount than if I were to put $930 every month, because it's quite a process. I actually have to go to them, negotiate a deal, sign it, transfer the money. It's a big thing. It's not like I can just transfer it into the savings. So yeah, I don't want the hassle every month, and also I'm going to get a much better deal on that big amount. So I'll show you that. I also have my birthdays sinking funds that are coming up that I need to save $55 a month for. So actually for September, I did transfer that amount. So I now have $55 in there. So you see how sinking funds are really cool. You can use them for anything that you want. And it helps you keep track of the money that's in your account. So you don't just look in your bank account and think, oh, I have, $1,000 or $2,000. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around here so you can see me. It helps you keep track of those balances in your bank account, so that you're not just thinking, well, I have so much money in my bank account, but I'm not really sure where it's supposed to be going or what it's supposed to be used for. So like this, at any point I can open my binder, go through my sinking funds, and quickly be able to see where the money should be going and what it should be used for, and know how much that I have in savings and how much I have, to spend, I guess. I do separate everything though. I don't keep anything in my checking account. So when my salary comes in, I transfer everything to my savings account and to my sinking funds account. I draw money in cash, put them in my cash envelopes for my variables for the month, like food and personal expenses and kids and fun and dogs and all that. And then for the sinking funds that I'm saving in cash, I also draw that money, put it in those cash envelopes. So I leave a $100 buffet in my bank account, my checking account, and everything else goes straight to savings or to a specific place. So for me, my checking account is never a question. But my account where I keep my sinking funds, that obviously I like to have that breakdown, because then I know what's in there. You know, if a bill comes and I can quickly go, oh, did I have the full amount that I needed for that bill? Yes, I do. I go ahead and tick it off, pay it, and I'm done with it. If I need to make any changes for whatever reason, again, it's all really clear here on my sinking sheets and my budget binder, and just helps me keep track of everything and keep everything where it's supposed to be and going where it should be going. I hope this video is helpful to you. I hope that you enjoyed it and you now have a better understanding of what sinking funds are and why you should use them and how to use them. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know and I'll be happy to help out. Wherever you're watching this, on Instagram or on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, do your thing, and I will see you guys next time. Have a happy week. Bye.